Story that I read not too long ago about a pastor in a small community. It was one of those kind of churches that was just the fabric of the community. The houses were all around the church, and this church was blessed. I mean, it had grown. The pastor had just been part of the people, and they loved him, and he loved them. Anyway, the church was fortunate enough to have enough money to purchase a new sound system. Well, the pastor wanted to make sure the sound system was absolutely perfect, and so Saturday night, he went into the worship area and he fired the sound system up. And he went ahead and preached his sermon. He thought, well, I'll just practice my sermon. So he did. And he preached his sermon, and the sound system even had a recording ability. So he recorded his sermon. He thought, I haven't really heard myself preach much. I'm going to listen to this too. And so he preached his sermon over the sound system, and he thought, that wasn't too bad. I bet I can sing pretty well too. So he sang. He did a little mini concert. And he sang, and after he finished, he thought, I'm going to listen to it now. And so he went back and started to listen to the voice that he never heard, his own voice. He thought, man, it's not the best, but it's not the worst. And, the sermon was okay. We pastors are our own worst critics. And so he was pretty critical of his sermon, of his voice, and, the different things that he did. But he thought, oh man, I'm going to listen to what I sang. And so he listened to the song he sang, and he thought, that wasn't half bad. Well, he finished up, he shut down the sound system, and then he realized, I didn't really, when I was preaching, I didn't really hear my voice. I didn't really hear it in the sound in here. And so he took a microphone and began to speak through the microphone, and he discovered that the sound wasn't even inside the room. I mean, it recorded him, but the speakers weren't working inside the room. Come to find out, the church had installed speakers not only on the inside in the worship area, but they had installed speakers outside. And to his horror, he discovered that he had just preached and done a mini concert for everybody in the neighborhood. You think he had a few comments? I know he did. Well, you do realize that you are the speaker. People watch you, they listen to you, they hear every word you say, they hear every movement, or they see every movement you make. And they evaluate Jesus based on what you say and how you live. You are the Jesus they see. I guess the big question is, what kind of Jesus are you broadcasting? Man, I pray you have a great week. And I pray you share Jesus the way he would want to be shared. Man, if you liked what you heard today, share it with somebody. I thank you for joining in with me. Man, God bless you and have a great